Hey, welcome back to Buff's Garage. So we're doing a little minor tuning on the 63 Grand Prix. We got to get it ready to go to Sikeston, Missouri at the Jeffers Motorsports Park. Let's see, that's September 30th and October 1st for the No Name Nationals. So sit back and enjoy the video I got for you today. And I appreciate all of you watching and subscribing. Make sure to click the little link down below that gives me the thumbs up. Lets me know that you like what you're seeing. Also, anything you see along the way, if you've got a comment, drop it below. I try to read every comment and reply to it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Welcome back to Buff's Garage. If you're following along, you know that we were working on the interior and getting the engine compartment all ready for the new engine, which is just a used LS that we have sitting over on our side yard, Willow Run. But this little gem has been sitting underneath my bench for the last 10 years. I traded this off for a set of rims a while back, better part of a decade ago, and the gentleman told me it is a TH350 and it's in good shape. He just doesn't know anything else about it. He didn't pull it out of a vehicle, he didn't see it run, but he was told it was good to go. So of course, I was told it was good to go, but I haven't had a project to throw it in. Thanks to a friend over at White Trash Motorsports channel, you can check them out up in the corner. I can actually bolt this right up to my LS if I have a 6.0, it's called an LQ9 or an LQ4. Either way, a 6.0 LS flywheel and spacer adapter. Now, I just happen to have a 6.0 in the corner. So I actually have the 6.0 flywheel and I don't have to buy the adapter. So when we pull the engine out of the Suburban where it's at, we're going to put this 6.0 flywheel on it and it should bolt right up. Okay, so I don't know anything about this transmission other than what I've told you. But what I do know is that if you're rolling this around your garage on a little wheelie cart there, and you kind of push a little too hard, a little too fast, it'll tip over. And out comes bright red trans fluid. Maybe that's a good sign. It's been sitting 10 years. At least somebody put bright red trans fluid in it before they let it sit. Wonderfully sealed up the leak points, but I tipped it forward and it dumped out the front. So here's what I'll say. I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna cross my fingers and we're gonna hope that I don't have to do anything to it. Now, smart me, I would go ahead and drop the pan, drop the fluid, take a look inside, put a fresh filter in there, seal her back up, drop some fresh fluid in it. I've got to get a torque converter on it as well. But as it sits underneath my bench for 10 years, I believe this is what we're going to bolt up into the car. It'll serve the purpose for this race. If I have issues with it, if I decide to go a different route, I can always do that. I got a 4L80E sitting out there. I just don't want to deal with pulling it out of the vehicle, and you got to do some rewiring to make it work without a computer, but I don't want to deal with that if I don't have to. We're going to try to freshen this up, make it look pretty, because that's the most important part, right? We're going to freshen it up, make it look pretty, make sure there's no leaks, replace any of the seals. But if you have any tips on what I can do to this TH350 without rebuilding it right now, just anything that is cheap, quick, and easy to punch it up a little bit, let me know in the comments. Drop them down below. I try to read every comment and reply. Otherwise, you can send your advice, your thoughts to buffsgarage@gmail.com. So here's what we're going to do. Right now I'm just going to clean this trans up just so I can make sure I know what's going on with it. I can physically go over every part of it. And then we're going to kind of mock it up in the car to see how it's going to fit, because I've been told only certain transmissions will fit in there. Anything will fit when you got a big hammer. But for now, we're just going to clean it up and go slide it under the car and see if we can get it mocked up in there. So here we go. So we're back, and I'm just going to use some instant parts cleaner and degreaser. I'd love to try the easy off oven trick, just like Barrow's, but the wife doesn't want me to use her kitchen cleaner out in the garage. I mean, I could buy my own, but I already have this. So we're going to just see if we can clean it up a little bit. I'm not doing this to truly polish a pig here, but I do want this to be working when I put it in the pig here in a little bit. So I just want it cleaned up so it's not as dirty when I'm manipulating it. And then we're going to slide it under the front and see how well things fit, and whether or not I'm going to have to do some, some tuning to the car. But let's clean this up. Pretty much dries immediately. So that doesn't do what we need it to do. I feel like it's really like quick drying brake clean. It definitely came out of a car that had some oil leaks. So at least I believe it was working at one point in time. Oh yeah, bright red. We're gonna have to get a new seal for that. So as I'm getting all this cleaned up, I hope you're enjoying the music. And just remember, you can't spell No Name Nationals without me. Back to the music. Get some air tools. transmission is looking better than it was. I still have some work to do to get it all cleaned up. Sorry about the compressor. I need to replace this dipstick tube and get a new seal down there because it's not sealed. And then I need to go through and start checking components to make sure there's no other leaks or problems. If you have some suggestions or some thoughts, some experience on these TH350s, drop a comment down below. Let me know what it is I can do to make this a little bit more reliable. I know nothing about it, so any information is better than none. So if you want this build to go faster, you want the car to go faster, heck, if you just want me to make it to No Name Nationals, head on over to buffsgarage.com, pick up a hat or a shirt, maybe a sticker. Anything helps to get this project moving along, and I appreciate every order. So let's get back to this transmission. Let's finish getting it cleaned up, and then we can test fit it underneath the car and see where things are going to line up. All right, let's go. All right, before everybody comes unglued, because this isn't the proper color or even a reasonable color, right? It's not black, it's not silver, it's not some kind of Chevrolet Pontiac Olds color. Here's the thing. Number one, I know nothing about the transmission, and I don't really care about getting it period correct color. Number two, everything's always black, and black hides everything. But I don't want to leak any fluids, especially at Jeffers Motorsports Park. And the only way I'm going to know if I'm leaking fluid is if I can see high contrast, and white is about as high contrast as you can get. Now, the main reason why I chose this is I have this ample supply of this appliance paint, and I don't know why. I've got a whole wall of paint over there, and I have a ton of this white appliance epoxy paint. I don't know. At some point in my life I felt like I needed it, and it's probably older than some of my kids, but here we are. We've got appliance epoxy paint, and I just painted the transmission white. So haters and naysayers, this is your chance. Comment below. But if you like the white and you understand what I'm thinking with the oil drips, you can comment below too. Let's see if you guys can get into a competition. But I'm going to get back to this. I need to go put my respirator back on. Alright, so we decided to test the old blower motor from the car. It was full of mouse nest and other stuff, but just using a DeWalt battery. It's gonna work, it's gonna work. So I got power hooked up. Here's ground. Oh yeah. It's better than my Avalanche. It works. All right, so nice little moment to step out, get away from the fumes, and test that blower. Might use it in here to cool things off. But in the meantime, I've got some more work to do on this Pontiac, but I need some help. Wait, what was that? Maybe I can, is there something in here? Oh, I have help. All right, so that was fun. Now, I'm going to introduce you to my daughter Lily. I know you've seen her in some other videos, but she's going to help me kind of clean up the front of the Grand Prix today and maybe even play with power tools. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's cut to that. It's powerful.
Oh, I can handle it.
All right, well, we got that going. Now we need to start working on something else, but we're going to need more help. Wait, do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. Boom!
We have more help.
Yay!
All right, so I know what you guys are waiting for because I've been waiting quite a while for it. We need to get the transmission under the car. And I have employed some help, and I have an even smaller set of hands. You guys have seen him in my other videos. This is my stepson, Eli. All three of us are going to crawl underneath the car. We're going to kind of try to fit it up underneath there to see how it's going to fit, where it's going to fit. And then we'll work on getting that engine in there and make everything fit together. Here we go. All right, we're all under here. It's a tight fit, but we got to see if we can make this transmission fit underneath the car. And this, fellers, is why you need a lift. Okay. So it looks like, to do this correctly, we're going to need to redo this. We're going to have to rebuild this thing and then snug it up into that spot. And the shift linkage is here. Here's this. We can definitely come off of that for this shift linkage. It's all going to be a cable running it. So yeah, we're going to have to do some modification to this. And I think we're good to go. Because it's going to have to go up here. There it is. I think we got a plan. What do you guys think? So, just so you know, this, Lily, controls the shifter.
Yeah.
This piece over here controls the transmission and what gear it goes in. And so the shifter comes through here and then it hooked into this thing.
So when you...
And then whenever you would put it in gear, it would move it.
Yeah.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to switch to a cable, and it's going to come down and control the shifter with a cable. And so we may not even need this, but this is supposed to hold the back of the transmission. There's a hole right here.
Yeah.
There's another one up here somewhere.
Right here, I see it.
Yep. So those are places that will hold the transmission up. And then the engine will hold it in the front.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to rebuild this, cut it, or just take this out completely and make our own.
Yes.
Because it's got the nuts. If you look inside the frame, there are nuts that hold it on.
Yeah.
So we'll have to remove those. We'll have to remove those bolts, take this piece out, and then put our own cross member in.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. I think we got it figured out. You guys following along? talking to them.
Huh?
Are you guys following along? I think it's going to fit. It looks like it's going to be a little tight through here, but we're going to build this cross member to be able to support the weight of the transmission and give us enough clearance here. We want to suck it up as tight as we can to the body without rubbing. It's going to be tight right through here. But I think if we push it forward just a bit, yep, I think that's it right there. That'll get us up over this hump.
Yeah.
We're still going to remove this, but we're going to put it right into here. And then that'll connect with the engine up there. I think that'll work. And then all we need is a drive shaft to connect the front to the back. But you guys haven't seen what's going in back there yet. You will. It's coming. All right. I think we did good.
Yeah.
It's so much fun for me to be able to show them how a car works, get their hands dirty, and hopefully light that fire that burns within all of us car guys. Maybe they'll want to take it and run with it later. I know Eli sure does love playing with Hot Wheels, and my daughter just loves anything that she can do out here in the garage messing with cars. So I feel like as a parent I've done my part. So just to recap, well, we got the transmission out of storage, cleaned up, prepped and ready to go under the car. We got to do some cross-member modification, and then we'll work out the details. We're going to finish cleaning this engine bay up so that it's prepped and ready for that LS to drop right in. I went ahead and pulled apart the ball joints to take a look at them. Sure enough, even at 45,000 miles, we need to replace them. So I got those unobtainium parts ordered. They are kind of hard to find. So those are coming. And I think we're getting to where this car is ready to be put back together. So as things progress, we'll keep you updated. But we're going to keep on wrenching. Where's my wrench? I lost my wrench. So we're going to keep on wrenching, but you stay tuned for more Buff's Garage. I've got a lot more coming as this car goes back together. If you like what you see and would like to help out with our build, head on over to buffsgarage.com. There you can pick out a hat or a shirt, stickers, keychains. All of it goes to help us build this Pontiac and other projects and keep us moving forward. We're down to a little over a month to get this car ready for Sikeston, Missouri, but we're in the put back together mode now. So stay tuned, we've got more to come. And thanks for watching Buff's Garage. We can't forget who Eli is. Turn toward the camera, buddy. It's on his forehead.
Except it's backwards.
No,
No.
you'll see it the right way when it plays.
Oh.
Yep. It's backwards for you. It won't be backwards when you're reading it on the screen.
And probably if I switched eyes, it probably would. Switched.
How do you switch eyes?
I like. Well, actually. Oh.